All right, guys, today we're going to work on this small bench 21 inch mower, and we're just going to change the oil today and check the blade, and that's about it. It's a fairly new machine. So all right, that's where you check the oil or change the oil. You're going to pull that out of there. You're going to put some boards underneath there, one under there and one under this side. So when you get the angle of that mower, you can see how it's tilted up and to the side, so the oil all runs to this corner. That way we can suck it out, right? I don't drain anything anymore, I suck it out. And we're gonna go through that in a second. All right, let's change the oil on this engine. Take that out, wipe it off, doesn't drip everywhere. Throw it there so it doesn't get dirty. And then I've got this thing that sucks the oil out of the engine. Let's throw that in there all the way down to the bottom. And we'll pump away on this. And you'll be able to see the oil coming through this line. And there it comes. See it? Let this run long enough because the oil is still kind of, like I say, this oil really didn't have to be changed in this engine, but I like to do it anyway. And there it comes. All right, we'll get that drained out and get back to you. All right, guys, when you change oil for the first time in an engine, make sure you go to your owner's manual and check how much oil it has. Now this engine here is 0.44 liters, so that's 440 mils. So what I do is I take it and I go over here and I write it down and I put 440 M. So I know that every time I fill this engine and I don't have to look again, right? Yeah, little quick thing you can do. All right, the oil's all out of there now, and so now we'll get the engine down to level ground. We'll take the spacers out here, and we'll take this spacer out on this side. So we're nice and flat. And there you go, nice flat mower. Just make sure it's all flat this way. And then we throw some oil in her. Now I just use this Napa 1030 summertime stuff, just conventional normal oil. And this wants 440 mils, so we're gonna go to about right there, 12 ounces ish, somewhere in there. So yeah, it'll be just about right. Start it up, let it go, and then see where it's at, recheck it. And then we'll do the air filter. We'll do that right now, actually. Then I don't have to prolong this air. Right, that air filter is not too bad. So what you don't want is that to be too full of grass. Like I say, it's a pretty new machine. I think I'll just give that a quick blow. Give that a quick blow, and then we'll put it back on after, and we're good to go. So yeah, we'll check the blade. I just reach underneath here. If that blade is nicked or anything like that, then I take it off and I sharpen it. But like I say, that blade is pretty good because it's pretty new machine. All right, guys, oil's changed, and I ran the engine just to get her warm. We're letting the oil settle down in the pan, and we'll just give it a quick check and see where it's at. And it's pretty hard to see, actually, but yeah, it's perfect, actually. Yeah, we'll throw that back in and make sure your dipstick goes all the way in when you check the oil, okay? If you check it when it's just on this cap side right here and you haven't locked it in, see how much more that goes down? So make sure it's in here. You don't have to lock it, but just make sure it's good. And the oil is good. So that engine and mower is done, ready for the season. I will probably take the bag and you see how it's gummed up in there. I'll wash the bag out, make sure the screen in there is nice and clean, because if you don't, what happens is these guys are like vacuum cleaners, right? So if you got a plug filter on a vacuum cleaner, like not a Dyson, but the other ones, and it sucks through the filter and the filter gets plugged, it don't suck no more. So you got to do the same thing with these mowers. You got to keep these bags clean, somewhat clean. I mean, there is a little bit of air going through there, but not a lot, right? And clean them, and because when the mower sucks up the grass into the bag, it can throw it in there, right? So you just got to make sure that that's clean. And I just got a little gadget I built. I put the bag on and I spray the crap out of it and get it as clean as I can get it. Do that a couple times a year. It just depends. If you got dry grass all summer, you're pretty good. But if you get rain and all that kind of stuff, you got heavy dews and all that, yeah, you may get the bag will plug up on you. So keep an eye on that. Just a FYI thing. So yeah, see you on the next one.